Dude, you know what else can make you laugh? This podcast. So I think it's time to start this episode, Brian.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Tangent Podcast. Episode number 93 for the week of December 12th, 2016.
It's coming
I
so
am your
fast.
host. Whoa. I am your host. I am your host, Brian Thomas, alongside my lovable co-host, Justin Kane.
Hello.
The Beacon of Light, Anthony Salvatore.
What's going on?
And the Bootless Wonder, Gary Hines.
What's going on?
Justin really doesn't like the nicknames. He's really not a fan.
They're bad nicknames. I mean, I'm not
I enjoyed them.
against nicknames,
I'm not.
but
You're
anyways.
the only one that's sour
Against it.
about him.
hey, so then I'll be the only one that's sour about it.
Just
I get
change
it.
the
It's
nickname.
democracy. You know.
It's a republic, really, but
It's a dictatorship. I
You know,
rule
we all
this.
voted, I lost, and I'm just going to sit here and hang my head in shame every time you say it.
Okay, that's fine. But we're the podcast for the site pixelatedpoints.com, where we do a little segment that we call Under Your Thumb, where we talk about the games that we've been playing during the week. And then we talk about the news, where these guys try to get drunk and I try to read the news.
try.
I mean, we only
Tonight's
have...
gonna be bad.
Tonight's it's going to be a bad one? Okay.
Yeah. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be a rough night.
Oh,
Oh,
uh,
uh,
Oh,
You're already coasting. Buckle up.
Yeah, we're coasting.
Buckle up.
Yeah, buckle up. But last week, Gary went last. So, Gary, you get to choose who goes first this week. Who's
Brian.
going first? I'm going first.
Brian, you're going first. I want to hear about it.
Okay.
I want to hear about it.
So quickly, I've just been chipping away at the Dishonored Platinum. I'm about 20 minutes away from beating my second playthrough.
Just
and then
killing the shit out of
killing
everybody.
the shit out of everybody. Just
Like that?
no
Yeah.
worries whatsoever. I've
It really is.
How's that pistol?
I don't use the pistol. The pistol's
Just gave
obsolete.
up on it?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
that's fine.
Strictly
it's just not a
crossbow.
Brian weapon. That's what.
Unless
crossbows.
well,
you
the,
need it.
the Clockwork Soldiers, you need the pistol or the grenades, whatever you're using. I'm just
The
fucking
shock trap. Stabbing people in the dick.
Well, I'm
We
actually
established that.
I'm also cutting people's legs off. That's what I
That's
find.
key.
Is
That
sick.
because how are they going to chase you? They
Slow-
can't.
slow
no
motion.
leg.
I'm also getting really good at parrying the right. It'll be the right R1 right
Yeah.
bumper.
What's he
on
do
the
for the
Xbox.
What's he do for the parry?
It's just like a deflection.
Do you just
Oh, this
block?
thing.
Yeah.
I don't block, dude. No, it's the guns
He doesn't-
blazing.
the
Come on.
gun-
You
There's
know
a
who
little
you're
bit of
talking-
finesse in the
You-
game.
The pistol, you just blast them. Whatever.
The gun is blocked. The gun is
Yeah.
parry. The gun is all the shit
Exactly.
that you're finding that you really like. We were doing it with
With
the
the
gun
pistol.
already.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But I'm really enjoying the game. But moving along, I'm still also playing Dragon Quest Builders on my Vita, and this game is just scratching some sort of itch that I didn't know I had. It is a Zelda mixed with Minecraft in a way that I would have never imagined it, because it's top-down action RPG, but then also base building, and I find myself being like, you know what I want to do right now? I just want to go out.
So you're super hooked on it.
Yeah, I'm
Super hooked.
It's got its claws in me, really. So I spent probably 15 minutes today just chipping away at the side of a mountain because it was giving me obsidian. I don't have obsidian, and I was fucking stoked. I spent
Are you doing this at work?
yeah. I go in for my
classic.
nice 15-minute shitter, and
Classic.
there's no Brian Shitter games anymore. It's just Dragon Quest Builders.
Warrior.
Let's
That's it.
turn this
So
on.
it is the ultimate
It's
Brian
shitter
Shitter game.
Yeah, I'm just
The
collecting-
ultimate. This is
yeah,
it.
This is it.
We made
Not
it. Cream of the
Sorry,
crop. This is
mobile.
the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, cell phone. You're staying in the pants on the floor.
Honestly, it does. That's where it stays. So I'm really enjoying it. I'm having a great time. It's really smart in the way that it introduces you and slowly builds you up into
Harder
figuring
drugs.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, right.
But it does give me an appreciation for game design, because it is one of those things where I'm like, wow, I would have never thought to have built a town this way. Like, because it's here's a building, here's a watchtower, and I just got a watchtower, and I'm like, oh man, the verticality of this, I'm only given a certain amount of space, so the only thing that I can do is build a foundation of where I have my city, and
then
then
you have to
just
go up.
and you kind of have to realize, like, all right, how do people get up there instead of just placing blocks and then jumping up and getting up there? You have to build a staircase, and you have to find out ways. And it really does give me an appreciation in how difficult game design
Virtual
actually
Legos.
is. Yeah, exactly. Apparently, I wasn't very good at Legos.
Yeah,
I'm good at following
virtual
directions,
Legos.
but I was never just like, hey, let me just build this thing with Legos. And I'm really loving it. So, but the last game that I played this week, and if you couldn't tell by the centerpiece on the table, is The Last Guardian. So I got the collector's edition. You can go over on YouTube and watch that. An unboxing of it. It comes with a few things that you'll be able to see if you watch the video. But specifically this fucker.
Hey, I like it.
Yeah,
Yep.
It's
I'm a
about
big
5
fan.
pounds,
dog.
I've heard. Sources.
Yeah. Sources. So getting onto the game. So it's been about 8 or 9 years in development, and it shows.
Hold on. Before we get too far into it, you just said 8 or 9 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was sitting there with you, The Last Guardian.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Shadow-
that was a good
Shadow
sentence.
Shadow of the Colossus. It's
Well, you
been
were
a
sitting. He
really-
was sitting.
it's-
No, no.
it's-
What that was?
It's been a long fucking time. So, is it the reward you were waiting for?
So, what I would say to that answer is no. But what I was expecting from this game was I was going into it thinking this is going to be Shadow of the Colossus and Ico. This is what it's going to be. It would be dumb of you to think that it's going to be something else. It's dumb of people to think that it's to hold it to a higher standard of whatever it's supposed to be. The game obviously went through some sort of developmental hell that no one really knows. But it plays like an early PlayStation 3 game, a late PlayStation 2 game. It plays just like Ico. And if you like Ico, then you'll like this game. It doesn't play like Shadow of the Colossus. Shadow of the Colossus was a, boss only, boss battles. This game plays a lot like Ico, where instead of dragging the girl around and, putting her on your
Trade-
shoulder, go
Trade
over
the girl
here.
for the dog.
Trade the dirt, the god.
This episode is
pretty
just
good.
fucking.
Was that pig Latin?
I told you. Buckle up, bro.
Was that pig Latin? I'm not sure what that
Buckle
was.
up. See, my question is that acceptable as far as
Well,
we're
like-
just like it seems like you're making an excuse for a game that's been in development for 10 years because you wanted to play it 10
No,
years
but I
ago.
know what Brian is saying
But
is
it
that
wouldn't.
this is the developer who's making the game. He knows what they make. So
just-
he knows what he was going to get. He's not going to get something that was going to be brand new and, game changing. He's going to get the game that he likes from the people that make
what
this
he's
kind
used
of
to
game.
what
So
he's used to getting from him.
It is its own thing. You can't really compare it to anything.
So what I'll say to that, Gary, is, excuse me,
You're
there
excused.
are things that you can forgive and there are things that you probably shouldn't. So one of the big things, and
Life
we were
lesson.
just speaking about this off air, is one of the big things that people are kind of freaking out about is the frame rate dropping, the slowdown.
Yep.
Is that something that they should have ironed out in the 8 or 9 years? Or, you know what, to be honest, let's just say the game was in development for 3 or 4 years and then they stopped and then they repicked it up after a year and a half. Whatever it may be, should have figured that out. It should run at least 30 frames per second. I will give you that.
I mean, I wasn't
A
counting, but
constant
how
30.
many is it?
Yeah, a
Yeah.
constant 30. So
It's dropped.
it does dip, and I will tell you that it doesn't hinder the gameplay at all. Everyone is freaking out that they're saying, you can't play this game unless you have a PS4 Pro. I'm running it on a base PS4, and I've experienced no issues other than the controls.
Mm-hmm.
But there are things
can be
like that.
That could be
Yeah, that could be important. But what I'm trying to drive home is, yes, there are things where it's like, yeah, the frame rate is an issue. It would be dumb of people to not bring that up. But it's also, that's exactly what the other games were back
Yeah.
then. The frame rate should be increased, but it's still the same.
Yeah, it was
it's
somehow expected.
Okay, so let's get off the frame rate and go to the controls, right? Because you say the controls are an issue,
Yep.
and it feels like a game that was made 10 years ago, right? So why are we just being accepting of this game? Like, if it was going to be good 10 years ago,
Because it's a
Why are
puzzle
we-
game.
So
I think you just left the controls. No.
the controls. So what you're trying to get, what you're alluding to, Gary, is that the controls should be better.
Yes.
What I'm going to respond to that, and I think that the controls, one, could be better. They're very, I felt like, poorly placed, but the controls overall in these types of games are exactly like that. So for you, well, not just you, but the hypothetical you,
Not just you, but also your hypothetical you.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Speaking of
talking
you,
about.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yo,
So you shouldn't expect the controls to be completely different from the third in a gameplay series. Like The Witcher 2, right? I'm imagining The Witcher 2 to The Witcher 3. There are similar control schemes. Yes, is that fair to say?
vastly improved.
Yeah, but they just like made it much better. Yeah.
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 Well,
So-
the only problem would be is like he left it like Ico. It's a nostalgic feel.
Yeah.
Like Shadow Colossus was better than this, but it seems like he went back to what people wanted, which was like
Back to
Ico.
making shittier controls, or
Just the way
back
Ico
to-
kind of felt when you played it.
I mean, I
so
feel like
there's
people.
there's an overall feeling to the game itself when you're playing the game. I feel, in all honesty, I feel like I'm playing this on the PS2. I do not feel like I'm playing it on my PS4. I feel like it looks better. It looks nice. Don't get me wrong. It looks much better than a PS2 game. It looks better than a normal PS3 game. It's highly stylized, so it can get away with the lack of, I guess, high fidelity graphics. But it's so highly stylized that it makes sense. And you're
It
like,
looks amazing.
Yeah, it looks nice. But then again, there are other things where the frame rate and the controls are very, very bad. But then again, you don't. If you played Ico and you played Shadow of the Colossus, those are
His style, I
like
guess.
the style of those games. So it's almost similar to the Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3, Code Veronica, all the way up until 4. That was just the way that they played. They were clunky tank controls. These are just clunky and maybe poorly designed controls, but it doesn't hinder you from playing the game and experiencing the character building and the relationship that you have with this bird dog. I don't.
Cat
His name is
Trico.
What is it?
Trico. It's
Trico.
Trico. So
Trico.
yeah.
Trico. All right.
So
It's in Japanese, though.
it's it is
It's-
What?
it is very it's incredible to think because it's a video game, but I feel like this is like my dog. So I'm petting it.
Let's talk about this.
Yeah.
So let's talk about
dive into this a little bit,
Let's stop
Brian.
talking about the bad. Let's talk about
Yeah.
the good.
So
Let's talk about when you were talking to your television like it could hear you.
yeah, so I'm
about that.
treating
With
this
everyone.
fictitious beast as a puppy. So if he's
the
defending
same
me
thing.
and attacking
Sick 'em
these
boy.
monster or these suits of armor, and he attacks them and he's all riled up, he's jumping around, slamming his ass into the wall, kicking
He's
and screaming.
twerking.
So you have to jump on top of him and you have to start petting him to calm him down. And that's just a strange mechanic to think like, oh yeah, the animals do get riled up like that. And so like I'll be playing and I'm like, who's a good puppy? Oh, who's a good dog? And then
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh God, I love it.
No,
I'm
and-
sure that he appreciates
Yeah,
it.
I'm
too.
sure he
What does your
does.
girlfriend think of this?
Tia just tells me, stop fucking talking on the television. It's not a real puppy. Shut up. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, you're right.
I mean, that sounds like really good advice. Really good.
But it's the relationship that you start to build with the dog and the boy in the game it's pretty impressive. And again, there's not really a whole lot of dialogue. The only dialogue that you're getting from the game is what it seems like the boy being an old man retelling the story. So he's kind of telling you, the further you progress, he'll tell you, oh, at this point in time, this is when the beast started to replicate my movements. He started to realize that him and I were becoming one and that we needed to depend on each other in order for any chance of freedom. So the game in itself, you wake up as the boy in what it seems like a giant castle / dungeon, very similar to Ico.
yeah.
And you're laying
Nobody
next to
around anywhere.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He
You're
was-
laying next to this dog.
Tells about the tattoos.
Yeah, he doesn't really say much. He's just like, oh, I woke up with all these tattoos on my body. And you don't really know what the hell's
Some sort of
happening there.
connection branding him to this beast, probably.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
And so,
Sounds awesome.
I mean, it does.
It sounds like
It does sound pretty awesome.
but I won't lie to you, Gary. I wouldn't recommend this to people. I would recommend it to fans of Ico and not of fans of Shadow of the Colossus. So if you enjoyed playing Shadow of the Colossus and Ico was just kind of a secondary thought to you, where you played it because you like Shadow of the Colossus and you're like, whatever, this is kind of the same thing.
Is this as difficult as Ico? Because I couldn't even make it through. Like Ico fucking destroyed me. I couldn't even make it through.
I don't want to sound like a tough guy or anything, but I don't remember having that much difficulty with Ico. I don't remember having.
He just served you.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
You
mean
just
to,
got served.
I don't mean
Yeah.
to sound like an asshole.
no,
but
I'm
like,
just saying I couldn't beat Ico.
I didn't have, and I don't remember really having any trouble with Ico, and I'm not really having any trouble with this game, except for the fact that when you're trying to reach a platform and you have to get the dog to lift his head up, it doesn't.
Yeah,
It's like a platform game, though,
yeah.
and you're not good at platforms.
Oh yeah, it was tough. That game was very difficult for me, especially with the controls that apparently I thought were potentially.
And they haven't got any better.
No.
So buy the game.
You're used to
$60.
it. You're used to it.
It's a yellow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
What do we
I would
rank
say
it?
it's yellow.
I'm still working on it.
We'll get
Well,
it.
actually, we got it right now.
Yeah, we got
some
it.
construction.
There's
So
giant.
if we get a red, we got some red over here.
Curtains.
Just got to figure out the green.
Some
green.
construction
Yeah.
paper was hold up cards.
Hold on, you ready?
referees.
Red flag.
Yep, green.
Yeah.
Boom. Oh, damn it, it's not even green underneath. But
All right.
It's white.
I don't know.
What were we talking about?
The Last Guardian.
Yeah.
I don't really have much else to say about it. I'm probably 4 to 5 hours into the game. Anthony, I know that you've been playing it a little bit.
I'm half of what I made about halfway. So I'm about 2 hours in.
Okay.
So the
You only
puzzles
played a game
interesting
for
and
2
fun?
hours?
Pokemon was just
Yeah.
Oh,
it was
okay.
just
All right, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
I feel like there's not a whole lot of puzzles, though, Justin. Like, you just... It feels like...
I think it's just warming you up to learn how to play with the dog, and then hopefully there'll be more puzzles.
Maybe, hopefully, but I've been doing there's nothing really. It's like, all right, I have to get up and over this location. All right, dog, get me up over here. All right, I have to climb through this hole. All right, I get through the hole. All right, I climb across these banisters, and then there's a switch. Let me pull the switch.
'Cause it was
gate open. Dog.
It was a long time ago, but Ico there was a lot of little puzzles as you progress, right? Or was it the same deal? It was
No,
more
it was
puzzles, right?
It was. I
Puzzles.
felt like with Ico there was more puzzle based.
Like areas, and you
Yeah.
had to like progress through the castle and get out.
That's exactly what you're trying to do in this too, and it feels.
Much bigger scale.
It feel,
probably.
yeah, and
going up.
maybe that's what's doing it. You're going up instead of trying to get out, whatever
Oh,
way.
so you're like down in a hole.
yeah, so you're
at the bottom.
Dallas and Chains, nice. And then you go all the way up, and you're trying to get to the top of the seemingly this castle tower esque thing. And every time you get outside and you see it, he screams at the top of his lungs to try and get to the top. So I think
He
he
freaks
knows
out,
what's
yeah.
up there, but you don't.
Oh, the bird.
So there's a lot of mystery. Yeah, the bird dog.
the bird dog.
Bird
Chico.
dog.
Bird dog.
Chico.
Man bear pig.
Cat dog.
I'm super serial.
Yeah, I mean, it looked great. You were playing it, earlier when we walked in.
It looks good.
It looks fucking
I might
sweet.
like this game, but I have to see more of it.
It's hard to recommend to people unless you're a huge Ico fan. It's hard to recommend. I got it because it's one of those things where I liked Ico and I love Shadow of the Colossus, so I figured I'd like The Last Guardian, and I do. I like it, but I don't love it. And it's not a great game. Is it a good game? Just about there.
Yeah, I'd say. Is it great? No, is it good?
Maybe.
Could be.
Yeah.
Is it shitty?
It has the
I
potential.
don't know.
We'll see where it plays out.
It exists. That's it.
But the thing that I love most about it is that it's actually out.
Yeah.
Is that it
Yeah,
finally
it exists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the best part
it's one of
about
those
it.
things where it was like, okay, this game will never come out. It'll never come out. Kind of like Star Wars 1313. If in 2 years that game came
Duke
back,
Nukem Forever.
We
Comes to
forgot
my
about
mind.
it.
yeah, but that's what I'm
Totally forgot
saying.
about
Yeah. But if it finally does come out,
Yeah. Played
Yeah.
that game for 5 minutes and turned it off.
Hey,
Hail to the King,
Game is
baby.
light him up, boy. Whatever the fuck he says, I don't even know.
Says a lot of
Nukem,
things.
bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Says a lot.
But
of
that's
things.
going to be it for me. Anthony, do you have anything else to add to The Last Guardian?
No,
Anything that you have?
Same thing. Like I wouldn't recommend it normally unless you're used to that kind of game in
So
general.
we're giving The Last Guardian a yellow.
a yellow.
A hard yellow.
Hard yellow.
I think it's only one
like
yellow.
You can't come
I
back
think
from
it's
that
just a
hard
yellow,
yellow.
dude. I think it's just the yellow only has
Yellow's
one
not
color.
blinking though. It's
Yeah,
It's hard yellow.
It's an orange,
hard yellow. It's
maybe.
on.
Like you
Right.
better be slowing the fuck down.
No, you go
Like that.
You
No,
know
you go-
shit. You don't
no.
know shit. Slow down.
You go through the yellow.
Yeah. Most people do go through the yellow.
It's
Exactly.
that yellow that you're at a
So it's a
distance from, and
blinking-
you know
What's
that
the
you're turning
blinking
to a red.
yellow?
So it
Yeah.
would be a blinking red because you stop at the blinking red,
No,
but you
'cause
can keep going.
The blinking's
Yeah,
the
but
crossing.
if you're a hard yellow,
Yeah.
You
You're
still go
slowing
through.
the fuck
no,
down.
you go through that. That's
no,
go through.
blinking
Every
yellow,
time.
you go
I
through.
speed up.
Everyone speeds up.
Everybody speeds up, so that's a go. So you got to say it's a blinking red. You stopped, but you know what? You can either choose to stay stopped, or you can, you know what? I can keep going.
I like that. That's a
No, because you
red.
have to stop at a red.
Yeah,
at a
and
blinking
think
red.
about it.
But you
It's
can
a
keep
stop.
going.
It's a
But
stop sign.
You could turn
That's
around
why-
if you wanted.
no, you don't have to.
You know?
You can what?
We're
You
giving.
can turn around
we're
right
giving-
there. You can say,
hey,
no, I'm
hey,
not going
hey.
any further. I'm turning around. But
So you just make
keep going.
U-turns at
This is the
blinking reds all the time.
Hey, this is a podcast about video games. So, Anthony, I'm going to
Driving.
choose you to go next.
Fucked up our tangent, man.
God damn it. We almost had it.
We were like,
We were
on
close.
the-
We were
Almost
figuring
had
out.
it. You were like balls deep in it for 3 minutes.
No,
we
we were getting
almost had
close.
it.
Double
You
my
just
best
gave me
time.
like 30 more seconds. We would have got there. Now we're fucking blue ball.
Yikes.
Oh, yikes.
Anthony,
But moving on, I think you know what the second game is this week.
No, I don't. What
It's
is
actually the
it?
fourth.
let-
It's actually the fourth game.
Let's
Mine,
talk
not
to the
his, not-
let's talk to the listener. What do you got?
Pokemon.
Which one?
This is Moon.
Okay.
Moon.
And shockingly, I made it further than you two guys.
shockingly,
Not
I'm not
shockingly
shocked.
to you.
You
I'm
know,
not
Crushing
shocked.
it, dude. 14 hours in one day. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, that's
that's
how I live
before-
my life. You never know. I'm the
This
wild
second
card.
half of the game, I'm gonna say right now, like you are
You
being
hit
stopped
B
to
so
have a
many
conversation
times.
every 5 fucking feet.
Correct.
I
I know-
can't
I
play.
know that.
I'm trying to get through. I'm at the end of the game. I'm sitting there, but every 2 feet I walk,
conversation. Yeah,
Conversation.
It's true. Yeah.
it's bullshit. And then I got
B, B,
lost
B,
in
B.
that.
I think this is
BBB.
Justin hitting the B button.
How do you
it
get?
is.
Wait a second.
I got lost.
How did you get?
I don't know. He's
I literally got lost.
There's a
for like an
flag.
hour.
It's a flag on the screen.
No, at
There's
the
3 floors
Justin,
to the building, and there was only
What is
one
it?
flag.
The flying
It was
island
the
thing.
island that was floating.
Athena All
Yeah,
Foundation.
he
So
probably.
you know
couldn't
how
get
like
off.
the red marker?
Also,
It's like right in the
you
middle?
got you got trapped at the docks, the first floor, and then the,
Yeah.
There's
no
only
idea.
3 possible floors, Gary. It should only taken you 5 minutes of exploring to find.
Couldn't
your way.
figure it out.
literally.
Couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, I mean,
The game
We
was
all have
holding
a-
my hand the whole time, so like I wasn't
It
really
literally-
paying attention. I just moved towards the red marker, and then once I had to actually think, I was lost.
you're
That's
so dumb.
that was,
Well, I didn't get stuck there, but I am hitting a lot of B, like a shitload.
yeah, there's a lot of
B, dude.
conversation.
A bunch of B.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm gonna crush it out.
yeah. I mean, I'm still playing it. It's
Awesome.
just a fucking chore.
Like I said, I made it back.
I made it to the
other-
last island though.
Pony Island.
Yeah.
Pony
But you
Island,
haven't
that's right where
caught
I
the
am.
legendary.
No, I'm not.
So you still have
Like, yeah,
a lot of bee crushing.
Yeah, a lot of B pressing.
God
be
damn
pressed.
it! And the other thing that
They're
I
gonna
couldn't
wrap up all
stand,
these wacky Tarantino fucking endings.
I
that
couldn't.
go
I
on.
couldn't stand
It's
part
the
of the
love
story,
story after
right?
that. It's-
So you know, like on that fucking floating island where I got lost,
Yeah.
bullshit. We get to like the point where there's a cutscene and like there's like
Which-
a twist,
Which
right?
cutscene?
Yeah, there's a
all right,
twist.
all right, all right,
So
I
there's
got
a
that.
twist,
All the
right?
twist.
But the thing that I couldn't stand was that like your rival like announces there's a twist. He's like, "Man, that's a huge twist," and it's
Yeah,
like.
it's a joke on the.
One thing that I also
I
so
just-
You know what's
fucking
funny?
stupid.
I just played it up like he was so dumb, like he did not notice. Until,
like, I can't believe that he's allowed in public without an aid because this dude is just
Yeah, he's
Captain
funny,
fucking
yeah.
obvious.
the professor,
all the time.
professor even makes fun of him.
Yeah, like, he makes fun of his own kid, I think, or his grandkid. It's like, I'm a professor. How the hell did you come from this? Like, it's ridiculous. But one thing I couldn't
is this
stand,
kid like Gary?
he's well,
He's
know
like
how the
your
game
rival,
is so
so like you'll
hand-holdy?
fight him every now and then,
he's
but he's
best
always
friend.
popping up.
Oh,
and
so
just,
he's Gary.
yeah.
But he's not mean. He's like your best
No,
friend.
Gary knows what he's doing.
Yeah, Gary knows what
This
he's doing.
kid
This
is
kid is
just
just like, man, you're the best.
Hey,
Like,
what a
that was a
twist.
huge twist.
It's like, dude, how did you even make it this far?
Like, yeah,
One
I
thing-
get it.
I
Like,
also
B,
one thing that is also ridiculous is the other characters will be, especially the enemy. This Team Skull this time instead of Team Rocket. So they'll
Which is a joke.
be-
Which is the funniest thing.
They'll be
ever.
mad at you and they'll have their like face scrunched or they'll do different facial expressions and your character's just Every situation.
You know what's funny? He's got
Big idiot eyes all the time.
Have you
He's got the
spent any of
cornrows.
them?
He's got
Yeah, my character
the
has
cornrows.
cornrows.
I haven't spent any money on clothes or anything.
What else are you spending money on?
Yeah.
I haven't spent a single. I haven't bought
I
a
don't-
single thing.
I,
I haven't bought a single thing. I bought cornrows. My character looks like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, he does.
I've only bought like potions, like super potions, and like that.
You crush it
Potions
before the
you're
Elite
such a
Four.
bitch.
Before the Elite Four.
Potions, you just
Yeah.
die. Like, you don't
Like a
use
man.
potions, you just die. It's called
fainting, pal.
You go back to the Pokestop and you start again. 6-man deep.
This is why he hasn't beaten Yellow.
This is why he hasn't beaten yellow.
Dude, you
Get
buy
outta here.
you buy 99 revives and you just crush it out at the end. That's how
My
you get through
goodness.
that.
Oh, ridiculous.
I can't handle you two.
I don't know.
As the one who's beaten the game, I'll
Yeah.
tell you how the fuck to play it.
Well, I'm not worried about it. My
Yeah, I
strategy
mean, we're
works.
figuring it out. I'm just rocking Gyarados.
I mean, they tell you
Okay.
what their weaknesses are. so-
Correct.
Yeah, it's
You're pretty
just-
good.
It is a
It's
joke.
super simple.
Yeah, it is. No, I
Super
agree.
simple.
But like I said, the downside is
said-
like they know you're like
So it
I
gives
fell
them-
into the
they
trap of
also-
just following
yeah.
the red fucking flag
until the,
the
dogs
entire
get
game
into
until the fucking
foundation.
dogs.
So the counterbalance is definitely that they will
They-
crush you if you fucking have the wrong Pokemon in.
Yeah.
They're gonna just destroy it in one shot.
The Elite Four knows like
They're not doing tail whip at you.
Yeah,
they're just
they're-
fucking super effective.
They're going for this. Yeah.
super effective. And you're just like, okay, no tail whip, no nothing. All right, okay, I'm dead.
It definitely makes it so you have to rearrange the party to have like almost one
Yeah,
of each
and
type.
you have to before in no other game did I really make sure I'm switching my Pokemon up.
Yeah.
When it's like he's gonna use this, I'm like, actually, you know what? They're gonna super fucking hit me. I have to switch it out. So
Yeah, I have,
everything
like,
else
one of
about it
each
is so
type.
good.
Yeah,
in
it's
my
the only
six-man.
time I've ever carried like one. Before that, it's like I crush it out with the one.
Whoever you want. Yeah, the single character.
Middle
beats-
King.
Nidoran
Well,
beats
you do
everyone.
Venusaur.
Venusaur beats everyone. Yeah, or no matter who you level up, beats everyone.
Like yeah, that's pretty much why they give you experience here in the beginning because they're all pretty much
You need them all.
You
Yeah.
have to.
in order to.
So I
progress.
think that they did a great job on that. But that fucking stupid conversation that nobody wants, that left the greatness of the other games of really it was just you on your own. It wasn't really a story involved. It was just like beat everybody and you're good. Now this is like, hey, me and you and this guy and everybody else.
It's a movie. It's almost a movie game in a sense. It's
Yeah.
like I said, stops every
Yeah.
5 minutes. There's
I mean,
little
if you're into
exploration.
fucking
Still fun, though.
Foreign films
it's
you
always
have to
fun.
It's
read,
still fun.
or what
Yeah.
it's like.
It's really bad with the
with
fucking
the text. It's
Like,
just
you don't
text
care.
is-
It's like, oh, corny fucking teenage angst.
oh, just wait. You're not even. You get like fucking
Yeah.
3 more hours of text
can't
coming.
wait to fucking be
I
everything.
do like my favorite Pokemon is slowly turning into the Mimikking.
Mimic,
The Mimic
that ghost type.
the
Oh, the poke the
the
Pikachu.
totem one that you fight.
It was the
Yeah.
totem ghost in the, I forget what it's called.
I captured
ca-
one of those.
I
and
still have not.
5% chance.
Yeah,
drop
so
it.
I caught it in 2 seconds.
Well, you
You
were
can't
lucky.
catch it. The problem is they don't allow you to catch the tome anything in there until after you
Yeah,
beat
so
the
I
totem.
beat
So on
him.
his way out,
So
he
he-
got-
So I beat him, and then I went back to the
Yeah, he got lucky.
Pokestop, and the guy said,
get a haunter.
get a Haunter. So I was like, I gotta go back there, and I went back there, caught a Haunter, but then I also caught
Cut
one
the-
of those Mimikings, and then I just been using that thing.
Thing is fucking the
Fucking
decoy.
beast.
decoy.
It's a
Yeah, the
beast.
decoy, anything that hits it the first hit
It's
is just
negated.
no damage. And then
Nice.
it's got a decoy.
Takes a
and
free
just-
hit. Yeah, it's a great, but I wasn't gonna run around there looking for it, so I just kept moving. I did
literally
look
didn't
around,
even know it
and
was
I
a
told
lot.
him, I
It
told
took
him it
me
was
a
5%
lot.
because I went around looking for it, and I was like, no
Kind
way.
of similar to Pikachu in the Viridian Forest.
No, a lot. It's actually probably decreased.
Yeah, I mean,
Even
less
though
of
it's
a
like the
chance.
same percentage, it's like I was in there for about an hour and a half. I still didn't see it.
Yeah,
5
It's just one of those things.
I literally
Yeah.
did
Lucky,
a
dude.
lap.
Like it worked because that's another Pokemon that was 5%. I caught, like you said, 30 seconds when I hit the Lush Jungle was the ape, and then when I went to go catch him, like literally hour and a half, nothing.
Do you have him
No, I don't have him.
still?
I still don't have the decoy to meet
Yeah.
Mimic.
Let's go, Hollow, baby. Stop
Mimicking.
it. Yeah, bitch. He doesn't even know what it's called. He's got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I
All
don't remember
day.
what it's called
Nailed
either.
it.
Who knows? All these Pokemon fucking names are ridiculous.
Yeah, they're stupid. But I mean, the game's, besides the stupid story they're trying to push on you, is,
Solid.
I think it's a really
Yeah.
good predecessor, and this is going to, if they keep going with this, I'll buy another one, no problem.
Yeah, and I don't know. Like I've kind of been on the fence about picking it up, only because it is one of those things where there's a lot of 150, but they're reimagined, and it's a lot.
They
we
definitely
did-
did a better job of picking the good
Easier?
ones.
As we should mention, as we talked about earlier, if you bought it for the virtual console for the 20th anniversary, you'll be eventually be able to trade it over.
Yeah, you'll be able to. Dude, stop drinking this. Get out of here. You guys are assholes. Yeah, you'll eventually be able to do kind of whatever you want and get your Pokemon.
And get the original
Oh, wait, this
150.
is us.
So you'll be able to play whatever Pokemon you like. But I think they did a much better job that there's not as many stupid Pokemon that I've seen
Yeah.
in the past in this
Much
game.
more
They
originals.
picked,
They're better. There's only about, like I said,
and they picked the good ones from the other generations, but they're all from the same. What's the first
There's
game's
only-
island? They're all like
Kanto.
Pokemon. Kanto Pokemon.
It's the region, yeah.
a lot of references in Kanto, although you guys haven't made it there, but there's a lot of.
Yeah, we're not going to get those references because we're crushing B.
No, you'll get it. You'll get it because you'll actually see the visual
it's like a
of this.
physical-
It's a physical reference.
Okay,
I can't wait.
interesting.
But
Well, I mean, you got to
Hopefully
crush
it's a
through.
Pokemon. And I can fucking capture it.
anything
So
else?
wait,
though?
does
Oh,
this mean I can get a Mew
If you
if
already.
I transfer it from Yellow?
Yep.
Because there's a glitch to get it, isn't there?
No, but if you was, I did the event, so I got Mew. So if you want Mew,
Oh well, I don't have time for events. Okay, I'm single-minded.
so to hit the wireless connection on the fucking thing and
Yeah.
wait for it to give it to you.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I had no idea.
Correct.
But anyways, that's interesting.
yeah.
Anything else?
Crush this whole
No,
game
that
out with
was.
a Mew.
That's about it. So we'll move on from, I guess, the Pokemon talk. I'm gonna pick Gary.
Yes.
Mahalo.
Mahalo, bro.
Mahalo to you.
Mahalo.
Bro.
Overwatch.
Sure,
God, Mike,
he's thrilled.
thoughts?
Am I
Overwatch.
writing this actually down? Is that what's going on?
No. No.
I mean, he is still playing over.
He's always playing Overwatch.
I'm always playing
Yeah.
Overwatch.
No
But
denying that.
no.
Especially with the PC. It's not going to be.
PC's just staring me in the face right now.
gonna be a problem.
So no Overwatch. Well, I did play Overwatch, but no Overwatch today.
What'd you get ranked? Just quickly.
I am in Diamond. I
For
think it's called
season 3?
Diamond. Yeah, and I got a career best, so I'm at like 3190 something.
Nice.
So I'm climbing it. Still playing. Justin is not ranked yet. You're not ranked
I
yet.
haven't played a
so
single match.
We
Oh,
can't play
shit.
together. I can't even help you. So
That's all
We
right.
didn't play much together recently, anyways.
yeah.
You're
But
playing
the
a lot
only
more than
the
He's
only
way
thing that's
above
exciting about
next year.
Overwatch is next week they're coming out with the Christmas event.
Which-
Steve, I know you're excited about.
Jingle
Music was
bell,
actually pretty
jingle
good.
bell.
I liked it.
I'm gonna hop back in next week though.
Yeah, for the Christmas event. It's gonna be
I've
good.
played 8 ranked matches
So you got 2 more.
So you're
played
ranked.
more.
Oh,
And
yes,
then
you said.
you played more
secretly. I did.
today. Good job. I'm proud of you. So the other game that I played, and I was talking to Brian about this a little bit earlier, was like the either getting The Last Guardian or Dead Rising 4. I was having this like weird feeling that I wanted to play Dead Rising. I didn't really see any commercials for it. I didn't really watch any gameplay. I didn't really know anything about it. I feel it was like kind of weird marketing. Like they didn't really
They
push
didn't
it.
push
Fuck
it.
it, wildcard, motherfucker.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the problem though: is that you have this great IP exclusive for your fucking console.
They didn't
Why
push
aren't
it.
you pushing that?
They didn't really push it. No, and it
They
was
should have pushed it real good.
Baby, baby.
Anyway, this is a fucking show.
yeah. So Dead Rising 3 came out. It was like I believe a launch title.
It was a launch title for
It was
the
a launch title for Xbox One.
Yeah.
And it was actually the first Dead Rising game that I had played.
Okay.
So I got the Xbox One on launch and got Dead Rising 3. So it was my first experience. And I remember being pretty blown away with the amount of fucking zombies that are on your screen.
That's always
At
been
once.
its thing.
Fucking insane.
Oh, yeah.
And so then when I saw that it was coming out on Tuesday, I was just like deciding what Last Guardian, Dead Rising. I ended up getting Dead Rising 4. And the reason being
It would have been weird if you got the Last Guardian
Yeah, it
with this
would've.
build up.
Yeah. So I ended up getting Dead Rising 4, and I'm pretty happy with that. So I've probably played about 5 hours now.
Okay.
How many zombies do you think I've killed?
Thousands.
If I have to, do I have to take a guess?
Just take a guess.
So you-
1,123.
22,354.
4,574.
I'm going 60,000.
60?
60. Yeah, who the fuck knows?
Go higher.
I saw how many zombies were on your
so
screen.
Brian wins. I have like 3,500.
35.
You went over
3,500 or
35.
1,000?
This is still a lot.
3,500 or 35,000?
3,500.
Oh, I
many
said
did you say?
22,000.
said
I know, but
22,000.
he went
Oh,
over.
we're playing prices.
No,
right?
I-
playing
I'm
prices
close.
Oh, yeah,
What
he's
did-
right.
I
Yeah,
said
yeah.
like 1,200.
Yeah, he's right. Price is
Did you?
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
so he
I
won.
didn't even hear
I
it.
said
We're playing
22,000.
prices
He said
not rule.
1,000.
Oh, 22,000?
digits.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. So
3,500.
Steve-
By
So
price,
Steve wins.
by price is right. Steve wins.
Got him.
Linko, baby, you're
I
up.
almost
Let's
put down
go.
one.
Yeah.
You know that guy.
Yeah,
Dude, don't be
You
that
son of a
dude.
bitch. Yeah. 22,001.
Yeah. So I probably played for like 4 or 5 hours, killed 3,500 zombies. It's a lot of fun. It's Dead Rising is what it is. But they brought back Frank West. So Frank
From the
West
first one.
is from the first
one
Dead
and
Rising.
2, isn't he?
Did
Is he
you-
not in
No,
2?
he wasn't in 2 and he wasn't in 3.
One thing I loved from the first one was going to the sports store and rifling golf balls off zombies' faces. Have you done this? I can't imagine
They took
her
this
leaving
out,
that
yeah.
out. I can't imagine.
I have not seen golf balls yet.
But
It's
you see,
the-
it's a golf club, and
Yeah.
it just automatically smacks the balls. With
I'm-
right
Isn't the golf club on the?
it's in the first one. It's just like in the sports store. You can get
Isn't
it.
it
Let me
cover? Isn't
tell
it
you
the
this.
cover?
So I played for 4 or 5 hours. I've only completed 2 missions.
You're doing good this week.
Yeah.
Meaning that
who
I
the fuck
am
knows?
just exploring the hell out
So I
of
can't believe
the
you
world.
haven't found a golf
Like the first mission is the mall, right? So the mall from the first game.
Gotta go. Justin, where is it? Where's the golf club in the mall?
at the sports store. I
Go to
have
the
no
sports
idea.
store, Gerald.
Check it out.
We'd plug the
see if
store,
you
Yeah.
potentially go
I mean,
there.
I explored. I thought everything in the mall.
So then maybe it's just not there. It couldn't.
it, maybe it's not.
just sad.
But it is just so much fun. Like the fact that you can just run into a store randomly in the mall, put on a Mega Man costume, and then just have like a chainsaw plus like sledgehammer and just go to ham. Like
On zombies.
Ham Town on like thousands and thousands of zombies is fucking hysterical. Justin was actually asked
Yeah.
me to stream it
So
this
I can
week.
see it.
So I put it on, and then Justin kind of was just telling me what to do. He's like, go over there, go
So
over
Gary
there.
found himself at a pirate ship in the mall, like a huge pirate ship display, and then there were potentially 2,000 of those 3,000 zombies he killed standing in front of that pirate ship. So
They were like the water in the ship.
So zombie
So
water.
you imagine like what? That's how many zombies.
and there
are
was literally a path he could have taken to not go through them or whatever. So he beat the shit out of a bunch, and I was like, "Yo, go inside the fucking ship." He goes inside, he gets the whole, finds the pants, finds the shoes, finds the eye patch, finds the hat. He's dressed like a pirate. Gets to the top, there's the plank. I'm like, "Yo, plank selfie." So he stands on the plank and like gets his phone. He fell down a couple times.
Yeah.
Let's
So
add that.
part of the mechanics of the game
Are you
you're-
immune to zombie bites and stuff? Or-
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Frank, his name is Frank West. He's immune to the zombie outbreak. The zombie.
Yep.
That's why, like in the first games, they had like Zombrex and stuff
Yeah,
like
you
that
had
that
to
you had to
take it.
get for like your daughter. So one of the mechanics in the game is you're a reporter, and you're trying to uncover this mystery that's happening in this town right now. So you're trying to find out because it's after Dead Rising 3. So the zombie outbreak is supposedly stopped
happened to him again.
and it's cured and it's happened again. So now you're trying to find out why.
Classic zombie story.
Exactly. And so then the missions are broken down into cases, like case file 1. So uncover what happened at the mall. So I did that. Then you move on. So one of the mechanics being a reporter is you have a camera. So the part of the game is you're just going around, you take selfies. You literally take
He has a
selfies.
bunch of different facial expressions that they let you like make your character's face.
Yeah, so
Gary
yeah.
was like going through them on the thing.
So like when Justin had me up on the plank, I took a plank selfie with all the dead zombies behind me, and then like jump off it and then keep it moving. The other mechanic with the camera is that it can go into night vision. So like there's like elements of like when you're playing like Batman.
Yeah.
And you go into a room and it's like you go into detective mode and
And
you got to
it's
figure it out and put
This
the clues
bright
together.
orange switch over here is
Yeah.
probably you have to
Yeah,
touch.
probably do something to that bright
Exactly.
orange,
It's the same
like,
thing.
bullshit. Yeah.
It's the same thing where you have to take your camera out, find things to take pictures of. There's night vision. There's some other mode that you can go into. And then you're kind of putting things together. So you're trying to be like some sort of reporter, but then at the same time, you're dressed like a fucking pirate. I've also been dressed as like an elf.
Have you shot the cannon?
Oh, the
No,
ship out of the
not
ship.
yet.
That's what I
because
was-
you need the mech
You need
armor.
the
So
mech
there's
suit.
there's a mech suit.
I tried to get him to do that.
Yeah.
But it was like, you need a mech suit.
Yeah, so you had to find a mech suit. So I have gotten a mech suit.
Gotta go back to the
And-
mall, apparently.
Yeah, you gotta go back
Look
to
for
the
the
mall.
golf club.
But you can only be in the mech suits for so long. And
Similar to Fallout.
Power armor.
Yeah.
the one thing I will say is
once you get
one,
all those
this
things,
game
it's forever.
isn't timed anymore. So
Which
there's
is
no
amazing.
countdown.
Amazing.
So in the first pretty much 3 games, there's a
But
countdown.
in the first one, if I remember correctly, you could kill every single zombie in the mall. There was like a number of how many there
Yeah,
were.
it was actually, I think it was something like 22,000. That's why that number jumped to my head.
And you could kill them all, and that was
Yeah.
it. So I asked Gary,
Look it
but
up.
it didn't appear that he could find
no,
anything.
they're respawning.
Okay.
I believe so.
It's what, yeah.
I don't know. It
was
seems
what
like that.
appeared
There's a
to you.
fucking ton of
endless-
them.
I wouldn't, I mean, it's probably,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it's just there's no timer on the game, so which makes it great because like Dead Rising 3, like it's counting down, and if you don't finish the game before it counts all the way down, the game ends. And you
So
lose.
Gary asked me, and I replied with, he asked me, what is, the best zombie game that's out there?
The Last of Us.
Well, we didn't count
That
The Last of Us
doesn't
because
count.
it was like not a
That's
zombie.
It's not a game, it's a movie.
Yes.
Thank you, God Mike.
Yep, and it wasn't like a zombie slayer. I said Left 4 Dead was probably potentially. I'm not sure which one in particular
Yeah.
is probably my favorite, but
I think Dead Rising is right up there with your top zombie games because how many zombies, Brian?
It's actually 53,594,000
Holy shit.
for the first game.
Wow.
53,594 zombies to unlock Zombie Genocider, which is an achievement. Fun fact.
but does that mean that's all the zombies in the game?
Yes.
Or,
Yeah,
oh,
I
okay.
think
that's every single zombie that's in the game.
Perfect.
Yeah, so I mean, I think that Dead Rising is up there with best zombie games, or we'll say set of games that they have. Just for the mere fact that it's like if a zombie apocalypse happened and you're in a mall, like you potentially are going to do what you're doing in Dead Rising.
Yeah, it's like,
Like,
you
you're
found a
gonna
hockey
find-
stick. Okay,
Well, if you're
smack this
immune.
shit out of
Yeah,
it.
you're gonna find a bunch of random shit to put on. Like there was a medieval section where I put on knight's armor and I literally looked like I was in
But the
Dark
weird thing
Souls,
about the
and
mall
I
is that none
stormed
of
the
this shit
castle.
would be in any mall besides like the Mall of America.
Yeah.
But
no,
Mall
of
of
course.
America is still
But
legit. So
I
this
mean, you
could be
still
the
But there
Mall
is,
of
in the
there is
game.
golf clubs in the mall.
Yeah, no, of course you can find golf clubs.
But in the game though, you can grab
be in
everything
there.
and hit
Kinda
zombies. with it.
pissed.
So if there's a register there, you, can grab
pick it
that
up,
and
yeah.
smash them in the face with it. So like it is true to like if there's a ton of zombies, this is what you're gonna be doing.
Yeah.
And I think it's just been the weapons are ridiculous. My favorite weapon right now has been probably the ice sword, just because it freezes everything. It's one shot, freezes it, cuts it in half, and then I enjoy the
Nice wood.
Blambo. The Blambo is like you're shooting like fireworks because it's Christmas theme. It's Christmas themed throughout the entire game.
So it's
because
like
the
Christmas
outbreak
time.
occurred at the mall on Black Friday.
Makes sense. Yeah. They're
Epic.
already zombies there anyway. Yeah.
Fucking Black
You're all
Friday.
zombies, America.
Yeah, there's an underlying issue here. So yeah, it's a ton of fun. It's a lot of fun, and like I said, I haven't even been doing
The
really the
no,
main story.
the no countdown is huge.
It's huge because you don't have to waste any time. Like
You
just,
don't feel like you're wasting anything. It's
Yeah,
just like
you're
it's fun
just
to just kill a
going
zombie.
for
Oh,
it.
I found a cup. What can I do with this? Hey, it's
And
not like I
the-
got time on my hands. Let's
when
run.
you're ranking up, you're getting skill points. You can put it into certain different categories. Depending on it, you can actually upgrade like how many items you can carry. In the previous games, like you can only hold a couple weapons. In this game, on the D-pad, they manage on the left on the D-pad is going to be your throwing objects. Up on the D-pad is melee, and then right on the D-pad is your firearms.
so they kind of
And you can rank
Separate
those
it
up,
for
so
you.
now you can have like 4 or 5 or 6 different
each one of
melees,
these.
and then on top of everything else. So they've upgraded certain things. Game's a lot of fun. It is what it is. They didn't market it, so I
Yes,
don't
it did.
suspect that it's going to
Yeah.
do too well.
That was a really dumb decision,
Yep.
to be honest. Like, it's kind of the same thing with Until Dawn. Like, that's a second-party game for the PS4 that they didn't push, that came out right after Halloween.
Yeah.
Like,
It was a good game.
what the fuck are you doing?
Yep, exactly. So I don't know, but I'm having fun with it.
Good. Good.
2 missions in, a long way to go.
Killing
Long way
every
to go.
zombie.
Yep. So, Justin's
Justin's turn.
Justin, you're
up next.
Well, I guess really the only new game that I played this week I played Pokemon. I crushed out Skyrim a bunch, getting very close to all the achievements in that.
Seen all the glistening water that there is to be
Yes,
seen.
It's
Shimmering.
Shimmering, whatever.
Shimmering.
it is
Shimmering.
gorgeous. Get it
Sheen?
fucking right, dude.
There was some glistening going down too.
Glistening?
It was
Slight
glistening.
sheen to it.
Glistening,
I don't know.
shimmering snow. Shimmering
No.
snow.
I mean, it was
Anyway.
sparkling
Sure.
snow.
Shimmering snow. Sparkling
Sure,
snow.
Sparkling snow. Yeah,
Sheen.
that's sparkles.
Shimmering water.
Shimmering water.
Shimmering water.
Glistening light.
Glistening.
There was something
Cloud.
glistening.
Was there something?
What was
I mean,
glistening?
I think that was the Aladdin song. There was glistening in that, and we were singing that a little bit.
Were we?
No,
It's like
it's
shining, glimmering.
shimmering.
Yeah.
Shimmering.
Oh, is that from the Aladdin
Yes.
song?
Yeah.
Oh, get that fucking
Oh
right.
yeah, damn.
Yeah.
Shut
Yeah, I
down.
knew there was
Fuck
Aladdin
that up.
going down. I remember we were singing,
Gangbusters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
selling
Close
it.
enough, right?
Still
I
Man's Sky out
played-
there.
I
Uranus.
played Sleeping Dog or Sleeping Dogs.
Sleeping dogs.
Whichever
Free.
number it was, it was
is it?
free
Oh,
for
you
the.
did play it. It's free for Xbox.
It's free for the Xbox.
Is that
Well,
with the Z?
I think it
No.
might be with two Z's.
It's one
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 Z.
S.
Sleeping Dogs.
Ding.
There might even be a gang sign at the end of that. I'm not
Yeah?
sure. You should
Yeah.
put that down like an emoji. Gang
Sounds
sign
cool.
emoji.
It's a Dragon Ball Z.
I don't think they're out yet. I trademarked that.
Sleeping Dogs,
Gang sign
Justin.
emojis.
What are your thoughts?
So Sleeping Dogs is basically
Obviously.
Obviously.
Essentially.
Essentially.
Really?
Chinese setting dumbed down Grand Theft Auto.
So
Yakuza.
It plays
Yakuza / True Crime, Streets of LA.
Well,
Crimes.
let's
Kinda,
not
yeah.
get crazy. True Crimes is top fucking
top
notch.
notch, run sideways out of the street. So yeah, it is definitely of that genre. It you know, you could call it a ripoff if you want, but you know, it's much lower quality. But the fact that it was free gave me a lot of, you know, I was going into it with an open mind, so that was good.
Nice.
You
It is
usually don't.
actually surprisingly fun. It's much more arcadey, like such as when you're driving, you can hit X to dash your car over and to slam into other cars.
Gotcha.
And there's a lot of melee combat as opposed to gunfighting because the laws in this China setting are so strict. A lot of the gang members don't have guns; they just beat the shit out of each other. So there's the actual whole mechanic of, you know, melee fighting, like X hold X, and
Is
do
it
different
similar to like
combinations.
Batman, but a little bit more involved?
I mean, Batman is perfect fighting, so it's
Can't top
you
that
can't-
shit.
you can't touch that.
I mean, you're not wrong.
But yeah, it is a combo-based fighting system with, you know, you do XXY or XXXY or hold this, and you can tackle a guy, you can hip check guys onto the
I guess
floor.
what I should have clarified a little bit more. It's in the same vein of
Yeah.
Batman, where it looks, you know, like you've got 3 or 4 guys attacking you at once. All right, let me hit this guy and then take
Does
out
it
Gary.
show you like counters and stuff like that?
Yes, so they turn red when you can counter them.
There it is.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So sorry.
Well, no,
We're
no,
all on
no.
the same page. We're
I
on the
just,
same
back.
page.
I was clarifying for
forward.
myself.
Yeah.
I was
There
selfish
is
and I
a
apologize.
Kind of a more focused lock on where you can lock onto one target, but I found that got me punched a lot more. So I've just been in the free form
Okay.
of it. But it's actually, you know, very fun. I've already had access to buying random outfits to give my character stat boost, like less damage in melee combat. My character looks like Zenyatta and he's fully gold. So, you know, and you could buy an
Zenyatta's
outfit
gold.
of like a hipster, and you have different. Adam Jensen's outfit is in there.
Yeah,
And
you do.
You take like less damage from guns or something like that. So it's super arcadey. They're just throwing like all this random
Green
kind of stuff
sunglasses
at
at
you.
night.
I've heard it was an underrated game,
Yeah, I mean,
For
it's
when
actually
it
been
came
pretty
out.
fun.
but
I've heard
never
I've
played
heard
it.
nothing but good things, and it just got swept under the rug
Yeah.
so quickly.
Yeah.
And it's the
it doesn't
definitive
appeal to me.
edition, right? You're getting the game of the year
Yeah,
edition.
you're getting
right?
like all the shit, and you're getting I think
Was it
remastered
upgraded for
graphics.
Xbox One, or is
Yeah, I
you
think
playing it
so.
on Xbox 360?
It's an
I think
Xbox
it's-
One title.
Yeah, I think it's all ramped up
It
for the
came out.
graphics.
Yeah.
It came out for 360 when it came out.
Yeah.
There's a number 2 though, isn't there?
No.
No.
No, that was was it
Watch
Watch
Dogs.
Dogs?
Watch Dogs.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
it's
piece
gross.
of fucking shit.
Right,
game.
right.
So the story is super
Full-blown
corny.
vaginas
You
everywhere.
are a undercover police officer who used to be from the slums of China, lived in America. Now you're back.
Sorry.
Brian's dead.
I'm dying.
You okay?
He said full blown vagina.
Did you again?
I thought.
You can't do that while he's drinking stuff.
Oh no, I'm dying.
Come on, Gary. You should know better.
Me?
Yeah.
Fucking Ubisoft.
I don't say anything when he's drinking. I forgot what we were talking about.
We were
I had a
talking
point
about-
and I was like, nailed
It wasn't that good. Just wrap it up.
You were saying no. You were saying that
underline it.
something about the setting in the Chinatown.
Oh, the story is super corny.
Yeah.
You're the used
You're
to live in
undercover
China,
cop.
American cop coming back, and right away they call you
What
up.
is your
first
character's
mission.
name?
No idea.
Can you pronounce it?
Is it Lee?
It's a fucking
you have a
American guy.
Lee
name.
Chan?
I don't know. Yeah, it's something
Awesome.
stupid.
Do
I
you have
no
a
idea.
partner named Carter and
like-
he's black
so
and
it's
he's really,
John
really funny?
Yeah. He drives a sports car.
Yeah. You never
no.
touch a black man's
Suyan?
radio.
Suyan?
Suyan!
I wish. I wish that
No
was
problem,
happening.
just rush hour.
But but he seems like
Wow.
an Asian.
Yeah, holy shit.
Yeah.
Censor that out. He seems like an Asian Adam Jensen. I mean, he's much more expressive. He doesn't have a stupid voice, but he's just like so plain and stupid. I mean, I'm just.
What is
spamming
he?
through
He's so
it.
plain. He's so
plain.
stupid.
He's stupid. This is me hitting the button to get through it.
To crushing the bee again.
Crushing the bee
Plain and
again.
stupid. It's just stupid gangster talk. Like, yeah, he owes me money. Like, get over there and like show him what we are.
Is that Scorpion?
We're like, okay.
Who would
Yeah.
win in a fight, these thugs or Team Skull?
Dude, Team Skull.
Team Skull all day.
Really?
Like, drowsy, Zubat.
Putting
Like,
that
you
shit-
can't.
All right. I just
No,
want to
I mean-
make sure.
yeah.
I just want to
Team
make sure
Skull.
who
Yeah,
are
they're-
you dealing with.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
So it's cheesy, but I think the action part of it and the arcade part of it is fun.
Okay.
You know, in that kind of classic. way.
interesting.
Yeah,
Okay, very nice.
classic beat 'em up. So that was really the only new game I played. It's free if you have games with gold or if you have Xbox Gold, whatever.
Yeah.
Pick it up.
It's free for the month, and then I think that you can get. I don't know what the 360 is for right now, but starting September or December
it.
16th. What is it?
It's I forget what it was called. It
the
was a
blue and
side
red?
scroller, and your character
blue and red,
covers half
yeah.
blue, half
Oh,
red.
Outlast.
Outlast.
Yep.
No, Outland.
Outland.
Oh,
So I
Outlast.
downloaded it, but I looked at a video and it seemed like a platforming side
Yeah,
scroller, and I was like,
that
you
is-
know what?
That's it.
Leave
Yeah.
that alone.
Right up Justin's
You got
alley.
to switch between the colors to get through. Yeah.
nope.
Don't
All
even
set.
attempt that.
December
set.
16th, Burnout Paradise.
Yep.
Stop!
You get that. Make sure you
Let's
get
go, baby.
that. But yeah, is that it, or you got anything else?
no, that was it. Those
God,
were my
Mike,
games.
we're gonna.
Yep.
Oh, you got
Nothing.
Nothing.
Oh, yeah, nothing.
Okay,
Psych.
yep. Hashtag yep, no.
Close.
Anyways. But we're going to take a quick break because that's it for Under Your Thumb, and we're going to be right back with the Drunken News.